Going to require some punishment?
Probably. Or at least some correction.
How many times do you get spanked on an average?
Oh, I don't know. Probably 1 or 2 minutes of spanking.
Once a day, or?
It would, yeah. If it was for correction, it would be once a day.
Okay. Oh. And you have a job. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I work at the Dominion. I started as a professional submissive, and now I'm a switch in training because I've been there for over a year now. And I'm a professional scene and lifestyle submissive. I do it all the time.
And in videos now, too.
And in videos.
And you were telling me that video appearances are something that you're going to be pretty exclusive about because...
Yeah, well, because I work, it's part of my non-video life. So I work at the Dominion, and it's part of my party going out life, and it's part of my private at-home life. And putting it on camera is very intimate, and doing it more often would probably lessen the impact for me. And I really want to continue to enjoy it and not get burned out.
What was it like for you shooting for Spank Call Girls today?
It was really fun. I got to dress up in outfits that I don't wear all the time. And I've never played a prostitute on TV before, so it was very fun.
And what about your turn as a schoolgirl in the big video? What was it like walking onto the set for Exclusive Education 5, and you've got 10 girls, and then you've got Lana as the principal, and then Alicia Panettiere? What was it like working with everyone?
That was really amazing because I knew there was going to be a lot of girls, but it doesn't sound as much as it is. And then I get there, and we're all in the dressing room, and there's so many girls that I know from work or from the scene. So I know everybody, and there's so many of us, and we just had like a big party. And there was a snack room, and we all hung out. I remember we talked about, like, one of the girls had really unflattering panties, and she was like, I don't want to show these. So we all talked her into it.
Just do it. Well, you were spanked only that one time growing up. What about friends around you, or any relatives, or any school spankings, any spankings you've witnessed or heard about?
I didn't go to any schools with corporal punishment, but I know a couple of my friends got spanked as a kid because now they say, you know, if I look at teenagers, and if I had done that, then I would have got slapped so hard, or I would have got my ass whooped, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you do hear that. You're right. And that's how you know they got spanked. Yeah. What about some kind of fun things? Ever had any experiences where you got a birthday spanking or gave one to someone? Or
You know, I'm trying to think, and I think I did. I was in drama in high school, and so the drama kids have the wild reputation. So I'm pretty sure after one cast party we did a spanking circle. And I didn't remember until just now. But yeah, we all got in a circle and we all spanked the person in front of us. And it was sort of I guess it was a team building exercise.
Boys and girls and everything, a trust exercise.
It was over the pants or skirt or whatever. But yes, I guess team building or bonding or something like that.
How do you feel about being spanked by women and opposed to men?
Mostly my clients are men, because that's most of the people that come into pro dungeons. So I like getting spanked by men because it's part of my job. I don't play with a whole lot of men outside of work besides my master and a couple of his friends. But I like being spanked by women at clubs because women are just pretty.
What about who you'd be spanking? You said you're in training to being a switch. Would you be spanking men or women or?
Mostly I'd be spanking men unless I got to do a double. And I know that in my private life I really wouldn't be spanking men because I'm tiny, and all of my friends know me as a submissive, so it'd be really hard to get over that and be like, yes, I want to spank men all the time. But I do enjoy spanking women. They have very cute butts.
What about birthday spankings? Did you ever get or give a fun one of those growing up?
Not growing up, but we did very recently when one of my roommate's friends, who is Vanilla, had this big barbecue at our house, and we dared her to do something in a minute, and if she didn't, then she would get a birthday spanking. And of course she couldn't do it because it was an impossible task. So all of my Vanilla roommates and their friends lined up to start spanking this girl. And I go, hey, Master, do you want me to get out the toys? And his eyes light up, and he goes, yes! So I run to the car, and I get the toys, and we had a bunch of paint sticks from a promotion we did. And so we hand him out, and we give a little demo, and we say, okay, so you want to hit in this area, and you want to avoid the tailbone. And she's like, oh my god, no, this is going to hurt. And we go, you have your pants on, don't stop whining. And my giant roommates start beating her, and we all take turns. It was very fun.
Did she like it?
She did like it. She's like, oh, that was kind of like foreplay. I think I have to go.
Well, that's cool. Well, obviously you're fine with spanking for yourself, and you're very much involved in the lifestyle. How do you feel about, say, family discipline, like, raising kids and doling out spankings or other kinds of discipline to them? Do you have any idea on that?
I don't know if I want kids or not yet, so I haven't started it, but I know that a lot of my friends are in the process of thinking about children. So there's always debates on, well, do you hit the kids? Because as BDSM people, do you want to, are we training them, or how do you do that? And, some are like, no, I'll never spank my kids. And some say, I was spanked as a kid, it didn't, screw me up any, so I'm not going to see why it's a problem. I think that as long as you don't spank in anger, as long as you go, this is discipline, and I'm not mad at you anymore, and then we can both, mommy and daddy aren't mad, and I know you're upset, and I'm upset, and we'll come out on an even slate or something. So I don't see the problem with spanking kids.
Okay. As far as working at the dungeon, you work with a lot of girls who've been in our videos, Nikki Rouge, Marie L, Sandy Mendoza, a few more I can think of. Of course, Lana worked there, Snow Mercy, Natasha. What would you say is the percentage of girls at your work who really like a good spanking, who take really hard sessions, who crave spanking sessions or real life spankings?
I think that girls that are just doing it for the money don't last very long, because there are better ways to get money if you're not into this. So the ones that stick around, it's probably like an 80% ratio of girls that really enjoy it to girls who are just good at faking it.